You know, when most people go to watch a movie they know is gonna suck, they usually get drunk or get high. But unfortunately for me, I don't do either of those things, so I had to go into Suicide Squad raw, just completely sober. And let me tell you, it was a complete fucking disaster. I was cringing the entire movie. I was not looking forward to watching this movie again. I never wanted to rewatch this movie again. But yeah, here I was last night, rewatching Suicide Squad so I can make this video. And I'm here to tell you just how fucking shit this movie is. And believe me, it is shit. Where do I even start with this clusterfuck of a film? Let's see, I guess I'll start with how this is the worst interpretation of Joker we've ever had. Comics, animation, live action, anything. This is the worst Joker ever. Hell, you could probably find a better Joker in a fucking porno. That's how awful this Joker is. Jared Leto, he was a good casting. That's the thing with this movie. There's a lot of good casting, you know. You got Viola Davis, you got Will Smith, you got Jared Leto, Margot Robbie. You got all these good actors in this movie, but yet they still come up with a shit product. It just makes no sense to me. Jared Leto was a good casting for Joker, but what they did with him was just terrible. They literally write damaged on his forehead. Like, how more on the nose can you be? That is just stupid. And his tattoos are like awful. His little grills he's got in his mouth, it's just stupid. He doesn't even sound or look anything like the Joker. Besides like the green hair and the white makeup. That's about the only thing that looks Jokerish with him. Like, Joker is supposed to be going around in purple suits and not, shirtless with a pimp robe, walking around barefoot in sweatpants. It's just stupid. Who the fuck came up with this Joker? I mean, Jesus Christ. This is a terrible Joker. It absolutely ruins the movie. People can try to defend Jared Leto all they want to by saying he didn't get enough time. No, he got too much time, if you ask me. Just cringe the entire movie. Luckily, he's not in it too much. God, what an embarrassment. DC ruined two of your most iconic villains in 1 year. First with BVS, you ruined Lex Luthor. Then in this movie, you ruined the Joker. So, let's give a round of applause to DC on that one. Also, the humor is very cringy throughout this movie. I did not laugh through anything in this movie. It was just complete cringe. There's so many cringe lines of dialogue as well. I even wrote a couple of them down. Let's see. Yeah, you got great dialogue like, "That's a killer app," and "Go get it, girl." Just terrible. Just oh my god. Anyways, yeah, and the movie feels the need to pause to introduce characters. Oh, and by the way, this is gonna be a complete just shit on. There's nothing positive I can really say about this movie at all. So this is gonna be a whole list of negatives. This movie just sucks. There's nothing positive I can really say about it. The only positive thing I can maybe somewhat say about it was the bar scene. And even that had plenty of terrible moments in itself. But that's the only scene that was probably the least amount of cringe. But anyways, yeah, the movie feels the need to pause to introduce characters, and I don't know why. It's just completely stupid. They don't know how to introduce characters organically or, naturally, like how Guardians of the Galaxy did it, so they just sit around at dinner and just say, well, here's this character. Here's what they can do. And then it literally pauses to show you their names, everything they can do. It's just, they didn't know how to do this any better, I guess. So there's also a lot of bad acting in this movie, like from Deadshot's daughter or Jared. Sorry, Jared, but you were doing some pretty shit acting in this film. I'm pretty sure you were just doing what you were told to, though, but it was not good. Also, the editing is really bad in this movie. Like, especially with the Joker scenes, like, they edit it to make it seem like it's more kooky and crazy than what it is. It just looks terrible. You don't need to do all that to show that the Joker is crazy. If you need to show the Joker is crazy, just show him doing some crazy shit. Don't have him, all this weird editing. It doesn't make him look crazy at all. It's just laughable. This movie is a complete embarrassment for all the actors involved. I really feel bad for everyone that has this movie on their resume. I would want that taken off as soon as possible. Will Smith, Margot Robbie, Jared, Viola, I feel bad for all of you for being a part of this dumpster fire. I hope the check was nice. Good lord. Oh yeah, and let's talk about the main villains, shall we? Enchantress and her brother. Enchantress is a laughable villain. There's nothing scary about her at all. It's completely laughable. When she's doing her little belly dances, it is supposed to be like, no. It's just stupid. I'm surprised that the whole theaters weren't laughing when they were doing that. I don't know why they felt the need to have her do that. Cara Delevingne is also not a very good actress herself, by the way. And the costume designs, I was not a big fan of in this movie. I don't think anyone really looks like their comic book counterpart. Besides, maybe Deadshot. That's like the only person that's somewhat close, but, you know, only so much. Like, they have Harley Quinn dressed as a slut, a slutty little stripper. Then they have El Diablo in a damn tank top. They're constantly calling him S.A. throughout the entire movie, which is kind of racist. Like, because it's like, what, just because he's Mexican, you gotta talk to him like that? Why can't you just talk to him like you're talking to everybody else? Instead of saying, hey, S.A., want a burrito? You know, it's just racist. I don't know how they thought that was funny. I'm surprised a lot of people weren't offended by that. Also, can somebody explain to me how these people survive a helicopter crash 2 times? Like, the squad survives a helicopter crash before they even start their first mission. Everyone just walks away perfectly fine, like they didn't just fall out of the sky and crash into the ground. And then Amanda Waller does it later on in the movie, and she's perfectly fine. What the fuck? These people should be dead. Also, why is Viola Davis sitting in the Suicide Squad and not the Justice League? You know, this is a movie that has established Wonder Woman and Batman and all these, amazing people are in the world. So why would you send in a girl with a bat, a dude who can shoot really good, and a guy who throws boomerangs to fight a Superman level threat? Obviously, it's not even worth the time to even send them over there. Obviously, they're not going to be able to take on a Superman level threat. I mean, Jesus Christ, what do you think they're going to do? Harley Quinn has, like, no fighting skills at all, really. Besides that, she's very acrobatic, and she has a bat. That's about all. There's, like, nothing unique about Harley Quinn to where she needed to go on this mission. But yeah, this movie is just a complete dumpster fire, if you ask me. You got these weird Power Ranger villains that take up too much damn screen time. Just CGI looks awful, and then the entire third act is just, I don't even know what the third act is of this film. Just 2 CGI characters punching each other. Also, the Batman cameo in this movie makes absolutely no sense. Do you want to know one of the things Batman would never do? Attack a criminal right in front of his daughter. And what does Batman do in this movie? Attack a criminal in front of his daughter. It was just so stupid. And then she goes to stand in front of Batman and says, "No, Daddy, don't!" And then you get all her terrible acting. It's just so cringe. That's the best way to describe his entire movie. Just a huge cringe fest. This has got to be one of the worst movies DC's put out in a very long time. I'd say this is worse than Green Lantern, to be honest with you. This movie is just a shit show. I don't know what DC was thinking here. And it sucks because I was actually hyped for this movie when it was first announced. I was one of the few people who actually knew what the Suicide Squad was back then. And it sucks they just turned it into a, bootleg, terrible attempt at Guardians of the Galaxy. Because it didn't work at all. Nice try, DC, but you failed very miserably. Overall, I would say if you watch Suicide Squad, please watch it by yourself. Do not make anybody else suffer by having to watch this shit show of a movie. One of the biggest accomplishments I have in life is that I can say I did not pay money to go watch Suicide Squad in the movie theaters. Because I probably would have had to walk out. I couldn't bear to watch something like this in a crowd full of people. It just would have been too overwhelming. I would have had to leave. So I'm so glad I did not pay money to watch this garbage. Jesus Christ. Here, I'll try to end the video on something positive. Margot Robbie was a good casting as Harley Quinn. There. I'll end the Suicide Squad review on a fucking positive note.